Suzanne was a lonely girl. Her parents had passed away and she lived with her elderly grandmother in an apartment in Bankstown. The apartment was located in an old building. Suzanne used to work in an office in the tower area. It mentions a night when it was raining lightly and Suzanne was lying in her bed reading a book. The rain had begun to intensify and the rumbling of the clouds was adding a strange sense of dread to the atmosphere. She was engrossed in her book when suddenly she heard a strange noise from the floor below her apartment. The sound was that of something heavy sliding, like someone moving furniture. Suzanne thought the sound might be due to the rain, but it continued. She continued to pay attention to the voices and tried to clarify them. The sounds are sometimes loud and sometimes soft. She closed her book and tried to play music from her mobile, but to no avail. Those voices were still heard. Suzanne saw that her grandmother had fallen asleep. Suzanne plucked up the courage to open the apartment door. She reached the stairs to go to the lower floor. The stairs were dark and scary, and she was careful with every step. As she reached the bottom, the voices stopped. There was no one there. He felt that maybe it was all her illusion. She started to go back up when suddenly there was a loud explosion. Suzanne looked back and a door that was locked on the ground floor was slammed open. Behind the door was darkness and no movement. She approached the door and peered inside. Nothing was visible inside. Suddenly a gust of cold air hit her face. Suzanne strengthened her heart and decided to go inside. It was an old room, probably once used as a store. The room had old boxes and broken furniture. Suzanne lit a flashlight and began to search the room. Nothing special was found in the room, but as she approached an old box, she heard something sliding. It was the same voice he was hearing upstairs. A heavy object was placed on top of the box, and when Suzanne tried to remove it, she realized that it was no easy task. But when she managed to forcefully remove the object, she opened the lid of the box and saw. Inside the box were some old clothes and papers. As she removed the clothes and looked at the bottom of the box, she saw a small pouch. There was something heavy in the pouch. Suzanne opened the pouch and found an old gold locket inside. Seeing the locket, Suzanne had a strange feeling. She wondered who the locket could belong to and how it got here. She held the locket in her hand and decided to go upstairs when she suddenly felt someone watching her. She turned around, but no one was there. Her heart started beating fast. She quickly ran to her apartment and locked the door. She held the pendant in her hand. She began to wonder what she should do about it. She lay down on her bed and fell asleep. In the second half of the night, Suzanne began to have strange dreams. The same pendant appeared in the dream, and there was a dark shadow behind it. She sat up in a panic. The next day, Suzanne narrated the whole story to her grandmother. Now it was a daily routine. Every night she would run away in her dreams, and that shadow would follow her. She felt that the pendant was evil, and she had to get rid of it. The next day, Suzanne throws the locket into an old sewer near the apartment. She thought that maybe through way she would get rid of the dreams. But she was wrong. At night, she hears the same voices again. The sound of something heavy sliding. She went downstairs again, but this time she found the door locked. As she returned to her apartment, she felt someone standing behind her. She quickly ran to the door, but the shadow was already standing there. She tried to open the door, but it was locked. She turned and the shadow reached forward and grabbed her. Later that night no one ever saw Suzanne again. And even today, when it rains, the same sliding sounds are heard, as if someone is searching for the pendant again.
Dear viewers, if you like to watch this kind of stories, do subscribe, like and share our channel. Thank you.